Good morning and welcome to Vogl News. I'm Natalie Cristobal and today is June 15th, 1967. It's been over 3.5 years since a volcano started erupting in the Atlantic Ocean, just southwest of the Vestmanna Islands off the southern coast of Iceland. We've sent our on-site reporter, Savannah, to Iceland with the latest details on the volcano since it erupted in 1963.
Good afternoon. I'm Savannah Austin, and I'm here on the island of Surtsey, the result of a volcanic eruption that showed its first signs on November 14, 1963. A few days prior to the 14th, it is believed that the volcanic activity started occurring 130 meters down in the Atlantic Ocean. In its early stage, the volcano that emerged underwent an explosive phase, and the magma rapidly cooled into volcanic ash, or tephra. After only one day, the island, dubbed Surtsey after the Icelandic fire god, had formed. Over the next 3.5 years, eruptions continued to emerge around it, first to the northwest in February 1964, which lasted until April of the same year. As well, from December 1963 to a month later in January, more volcanic activity occurred east-northeast of the original Surtsey site, and the ridge it formed was named Surtla. In April 1964, lava began to flow from the western crater on Surtsey and stopped in May after creating a broad lava shield. At the end of the month, another eruption seemed to be happening on the seafloor nearby, and a new island, Sturtlinga, formed and actively erupted until 1965 of October. However, it was quickly eroded by the ocean and was gone by the end of the month. Other small islands formed during the few years after the initial eruption due to new lava eruptions around the same area, including Jolnir, which also disappeared soon after. Last year, in 1966, more lava flows erupted, and finally the volcanic activity in the area has officially stopped. This marked over 3.5 years of eruptions. However, thankfully, there have been no reported casualties or damage throughout the years due to the mostly submarine nature of the volcano. Now, there seems to be still a little bit of eruption, I guess, but it's officially over as of this moment. Anyways, that magma. Now back to Natalie at Vogl News.
Thank you for that lovely update, Savannah. To learn a little bit more about Surtsey, we are meeting with an expert volcanologist, Jenna Bray. Hello, Jenna. So tell us a bit more about the nature of the volcanic eruption around Surtsey.
Hi, Natalie. Thank you for having me. Surtsey originated as a basaltic island volcano. This is defined as a volcano of any size located under the sea. However, this volcano later earned its own title as a Surtsean volcano, a type of volcano that occurs in shallow seas or lakes. The tectonic setting of this volcano is a mid-Atlantic ridge. This means that two tectonic plates are pulling apart, resulting in pressure being lowered, causing a hot mantle to melt. This melted mantle, or magma, rises towards the surface just above the ridge. When the eruption occurred above the surface, a basaltic volcano was produced. There were no pre-eruptive warning signs for this volcano because its eruption began 130 meters below sea level.
And when did the Surtsey volcano erupt?
The Surtsey volcano erupted in Iceland on November 14, 1963, sending columns of ash almost 30,000 feet in the sky. The types of lava associated with this volcano are theolytic and alkaline mafic lavas. The core of Surtsey is very variably coarse tephra that was formed in explosive eruptions. Above sea level, the tephra formed two crescent-shaped craters in the center of the island. The base of the lava in Surtsey is, to a large extent, made of breccia, which was formed by rapid cooling and marine erosion as the lava flowed into the sea. The eruptions occurred in a total of 8 locations on the island. It then follows that under the surface is a net of dikes by which the lava was brought to the surface. Overall, this has been a non-threatening volcano and a great example of a basaltic island volcano.
Well, that concludes our update. Thank you and see you next time on Vogl 9 News.
Good evening, and welcome to Vogl News 9. I'm Lily Dunay, and today is November 15th, 2015. It's been over 50 years since we first reported on the Surtsey volcano, and now we have exciting new information about the historic site. As we know, the Surtsey volcano and subsequent island was created over 3.5 years of continuous eruptions. However, Unlike other volcanoes, Surtsey had little to no impact on human life. Because it emerged in the middle of the ocean, there was no immediate hazard posed to the surrounding communities. Even more surprising is that Surtsey had almost no effect on global or even local climate. Overall, the effects on the ocean were limited to the surrounding area. What makes the island of Surtsey intriguing is its development over the last 50 years. A scientific research group named the Surtsey Research Society was created in 1965 with the purpose of investigating the islands created by the eruption. The island of Surtsey provides researchers with the closest existing model of how the Earth was originally created. On this virgin land, scientists have been able to observe life take hold on what was previously a desolate volcanic rock. By 1970, only 3 years after the eruptions ended, most of the island was covered in flora. These plants were transported to the island by wind, water, and birds. The first of these plants were coastal species, the first ever being the sea rocket discovered in 1965. Plant growth continues to expand, and now Surtsey can sustain willows, found in 1995. It is approximated that between 1 and 5 new plants arrive to the island annually. Flora is not the only thing thriving on Surtsey. Bird colonies have become popular on the island. Over 90 species have been recorded. Today, only scientists are allowed on this new Eden. Their research on the island was rewarded when, in 2008, Surtsey was inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage List, meaning that Surtsey is recognized as holding outstanding universal value. Unfortunately, it is expected that due to powerful erosive forces of the ocean, Surtsey will erode away by the year 2100. In the meantime, scientists are taking advantage of studying this microcosm of how the world came into being.
Nice.
Flower.
So